Eligibility. Rivers Assembly clears 5 Fubara's commissioner nominees, reject 4. And on the foreign scene, Ghana calls on Commonwealth to condemn attack on its peacekeepers in Lebanon. In business news, Dangote Refinery hikes petrol price to 1,175 naira per litre. From the world of sports, Super Eagles denied Chelsea's rumoured agreement with Moroccan club Wydad Casablanca. Good evening and many thanks for joining us for news across the world on Diamond 88.7 of Fami Lori. I am OMONIKE. BABATUNDE. You can listen to us via our website at www.diamondfm.net or watch us live on Facebook at Diamond 87 FM. You can also download our app on Play Store, Diamond 87 FM. We'll bring you details of the news after this break. Don't go away, please.
Who be this person with the text me? Oh, Bolano. Yeah, go check out. You live.
That's what can happen if you take your eyes off the road. Texting or using your phone when driving is very dangerous for you and other road users. Keep yourself and other road users safe by staying off your phone when driving. We need you alive.
This message is reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin.
You're welcome back from that short break. Now the news in detail. The Deputy Governor of Zamfara State, Mani Malam Mumini, has announced the defection of the state government from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, to the All Progressives Congress, APC. Mumini made the announcement on behalf of Governor Dauda Lawal during an event addressing supporters and stakeholders in the state. Speaking at the event, the Deputy Governor said the decision followed extensive consultations and a careful assessment of the current political situation in the state and the country. According to him, the move was aimed at positioning Zamfara State for better collaboration with the federal government and addressing pressing challenges facing the state. The Court of Appeal in Abuja has dismissed the appeal filed by Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa against the November 24, 2025 ruling by the Federal High Court in Akure challenging his eligibility to contest the next governorship election in the state. Justice Uchechukwu Oyemeinam, who read the lead judgment, said Aiyedatiwa failed to establish that the trial judge's decision caused him injustice or denied him the right to a fair hearing. The appellate court dismissed the governor's appeal for lacking merit and awarded 2 million naira in cost against him. The court further held that asking it to set aside its valid January 27 order would amount to sitting on appeal over its own decision. He added that Aiyedatiwa's proper recourse was to appeal to the Supreme Court. The Rivers State House of Assembly has dropped 4 of the 9 commissioner nominees, including a professor submitted to it by Governor Siminalayi Fubara for screening and confirmation. The House, however, cleared 5 of the nominees as commissioners designate after a rigorous screening process that lasted for over 2 hours. Speaker of the House, Martin Amewule, who presided over plenary today, disclosed these in a summation after listening to motions moved and seconded from his colleagues who either opposed or supported the nominations before the House. Amewule said the nominees were based on their poor performance during their screening and issues including petitions surrounding their nominations. And now to the state of Amity. Women in Kwara State have been encouraged to support one another in pursuing political and leadership positions ahead of the 2027 general elections. The State Commissioner for Women Affairs, Honorable Chief Mrs. Afolashede Opeyemi, made the call during a sensitization program organized by the Women's Rights and Actualization Project, RAP, in collaboration with the National Council of Women's Society, NCWS, in commemoration of the International Women's Day. The commissioner, who was represented by the Director of Women Affairs, Ajia Idris Nike Medinet, urged women across the state to unite and support female aspirants seeking elective offices. Convener of the Women's Rights and Actualization Project and Chief Executive Officer of Save the Future of Children Initiative, Oyedeji Olufemi, said the initiative aims to advance women's rights and create an enabling environment for women and girls to realize their full potential in leadership, governance, and development. In her remarks, the head of gender unit at the Ministry of Justice and chairperson of the International Federation of Women Lawyers, Barrister Funke Balogun, also urged women to speak up against rape, abuse, and injustice while supporting fellow women striving for leadership positions. The news across the world is reaching you from Diamond 88.7 of Family Lauren. We'll go on a break now, and when we return, we'll bring you foreign, business, and sport news. Do stay with us.
Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Diamond 87 FM. Diamond FM, shining supreme.
You're welcome back from that break. You're still listening to news across the world, reaching you from Diamond 88.7 of Ilori. Away from the local scene, let's move on to the foreign stories. And to the foreign scene. Ghana has called on the Commonwealth to condemn Friday's missile attack on its United Nations peacekeepers in southern Lebanon, which injured 4 of its soldiers. Foreign Minister Samuel Okudzeta Ablakwa did not say who was responsible when speaking at a Commonwealth meeting, but said the bombing was an attack on every principle that the UN Charter exists to defend. Israel had been striking Hezbollah targets in Lebanon after the Iranian-backed Shia group said it launched rockets and drones at the Israeli city of Haifa last week to avenge the killing of Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. All the injured Ghanaian soldiers are now in stable condition. Still on the foreign scene. The former mayor of Istanbul, Ekrem İmamoğlu, has appeared in court as the central defendant in a mass corruption trial that his opposition party and rights group says is politically motivated. Ekrem İmamoğlu, 55, faces more than 140 charges, including corruption and running a criminal organization. Prosecutors are seeking a jail term of up to 2,430 years. He and his Republican People's Party, CHP, deny any wrongdoing. They accused Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan and his allies of launching a crackdown over the leader's decline in popularity. Prior to the trial, which got off to a chaotic start today, İmamoğlu was widely seen as one of the few politicians capable of defeating Erdogan, who has been at the top of Turkish politics since 2003. That into foreign news, and up next is our business news.
Diamond FM Business News. In a business update,
The cost of goods and services across Nigeria is expected to rise further following a fresh increase in petrol prices after the Dangote Petroleum Refinery raised the gentry price of petrol motor spirit to 1,175 naira per litre, marking the third upward adjustment within a week. The refinery announced the price hike to marketers today, raising the gentry price of premium motor spirit to 1,175 naira per litre from 995 naira per litre announced on Friday, representing an increase of 180 naira or about 18.1% within 3 days. It also revised the price of automotive gas oil, commonly known as diesel, to 1,620 naira per litre. The latest hike is expected to trigger another round of increases at filling stations nationwide, as higher fuel costs typically translate into higher transportation, logistics, and production costs for businesses. That ends our business news. Up next is our sport news.
Diamond FM Sports News.
From the exciting world of sport today, Super Eagles media officer Promise Efoge has denied reports linking Eric Chell to Moroccan club Wydad Casablanca. According to a report in Morocco, Chell is close to agreeing a contract with Wydad Casablanca. The reports claim that the Malian will replace the current handler of the team, Amine Ben Hakim. Efoge, however, claimed that the story is false. Chell has consistently been linked with top clubs and countries in Africa and Europe after guiding the Super Eagles to third position in the 2025 African Cup of Nations. The 48-year-old has a contract with Nigeria Football Federation NFF until January 2027. That's it from the exciting world of sport. With that, we've come to the end of news across the world. But before we go, here's a recap of the major highlights. Zamfara Governor Deputy announces defection from PDP to APC. Appeal Court dismisses Aida Tiwa's challenge to re-election eligibility. Rivers Assembly collects 5 February's commissioner nominees, rejects 4. And on the foreign scene, Ghana calls on Commonwealth to condemn attack on its peacekeepers in Lebanon. In business news, Dangote Refinery hikes petrol price to 1,175 naira per litre. From the world of sport, Super Eagles denied Charles' rumoured agreement with Moroccan club Wydad Casablanca. For today in history, do you know that on this day in 2013, former President Goodluck Jonathan renamed the Federal Ministry of Trade and Investment as the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment? Now you know. For information about happenings around you, kindly contact Diamond FM newsroom number on 091 6062 7526. The news across the world was edited by Abiodun Akinwumi, and my name is OMONIKE BABATUNDE. Thank you for listening to your Shining Supreme station, and please stand by for the news in Yoruba language. Good evening.
For up-to-date news